Hey, hi, how's your life? Do you ever look up at the stars and see them all staring back at you really angrily because you ate that taco too fast or you put your socks on inside out like a dope? Do you ever feel the weight of the world just pressing against your shoulders because it doesn't appreciate that you're in its gravity space? Do you ever look in the corner of your eyes and you see shadows dancing about, angrily judging you because you don't look good in that shirt, even though you worked out for a week and it's really not working? Just change your shirt. I mean, come on. Well, I have the cure for you. They're called voices, and not the voices that you hear from all the people around you, but the voices that are in the back of your head. If you just listen to them really closely, they'll tell you a little message. And I can tell you that message. If you listen real closely, it's going to tell you something about something. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Something About Something. I'm your host, Max Bishop, the seagull that gets to grace the surface of the ocean, and today's something is an interview with my local anointed meme lord, god of the message boards, the man himself, Zach White. I hope you enjoy this, and take a good listen to it. You'll like it. You'll be enlightened. I promise you. Hey, Zach, how's it going?
Hello. My day's been pretty good so far.
Yeah. Give me a little introduction of why you're here today.
I'm here to talk about the internet. I spend way too much time on it, and I probably need someone to help me. But good thing is, people want me to talk about it.
And by people, it's me. So
yes.
My first question here to start our listeners off and to give them a synopsis of who you are. Give me the journey from the little fetus boy, Zach White himself, to the now internet, the local anointed internet god himself.
Yes. So I started off, and I never really used the internet too much. I had downloaded games off there, and probably a few viruses onto my parents' computer.
Some Trojans.
Regrettably. But eventually, I worked my way into Googling the word memes. You know, that always starts someone out. And eventually that just turned into a downward spiral, if I were to say myself. It has definitely made me lose my sanity a few times, but I go onto websites every once in a while, like 4chan, Reddit, Twitter, and I just kind of compile things and opinions that people have.
Just like fucking like a web of people's stories and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of take what they say and I amalgamate it into one big viewpoint that is my view of the internet. So I talk with everyone in mind that I've seen on the internet, and I spend a lot of time browsing these boards.
So you're like this little like homunculus of internet opinions, just formed into a human.
I'm kind of someone that just kind of sits in the shadows and watches you as you.
I can see that.
Yeah.
When we're in band and playing percussion and stuff, you're just existing over there in the corner.
I like to stay quiet on the internet because a lot of times people hate you.
They're all a bunch of trolls under the bridges, man.
Yeah, trolling is kind of an integral part of the internet, you see. But everyone hates you on the internet, and objectively, unless you personally know them in real life. Other than that, everyone is against you automatically by default.
As a denizen of this disgusting metaphysical plane, what would you define, or how would you explain to somebody internet culture?
Internet culture is... everyone thinks they know what internet culture is, but ultimately, no one has a fucking clue what is going on.
Fucking idea, it's crazy.
No one has any idea what is going on because it's all these small groups of people, and they just kind of have turf wars over the internet,
like little gang violence.
They invade each other's communities and leave nasty comments and post a few disturbing images, might I say, but. Internet culture is just a combination
Could you, for our listeners at home, give them, paint us a mental picture of these disturbing images you would so describe?
Yeah, so in the early ages of the internet, there was a lot of reaction websites you might have heard of, where you open it and it just plays a video of someone, I don't know, gay porn or something, or someone eating shit.
And like,
A lot of
and
this
like,
stuff.
were they titled appropriately or were they all traps?
Yeah, they were all mostly traps. Like I don't ever go to
These
these
little
websites.
fucking bear traps on Google
Yeah.
search that just ching you.
Yeah, and people would post links to them, and basically, when people turf war on the internet, they invade each other's communities. They will post images with mean remarks. I do not want to say them, as I would probably be canceled.
This is a very
on the
appropriate and PC channel, and I would never want you to ever say anything
internet.
remotely
I will not.
politically ambiguous in any way.
I know. I don't.
I'm kidding. I don't give a fuck. Say whatever you want to say.
I don't support some things that they say on the internet.
No, they're nasty people.
They are objectively the scum of society, really. And I am one of those people.
But you're not a monster. I talked to you. Are you? Is there a
Yeah.
secret side of you I don't know?
No,
Are you?
I don't.
Are you like?
I don't go around the internet telling people to kill themselves or anything. I just kind of lurk in the shadows and watch them.
So you're more like an observer here. You're not.
Yeah. So
I mean, I know you partake a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're not.
yeah, basically, people will go and they'll call each other names, and this is kind of the basis of internet culture is people fighting over what their opinions.
So this is a war culture, basically. There's no like.
Yeah, a lot of in the internet culture you see today is based off of wars. You know, people always say, "Oh, I was a veteran in the 4chan Tumblr war." I mean,
Have you fucking spoken to people that actually talk like that?
yeah, a lot
Are
of
you
people,
serious?
They think like it's some sort of special thing that maybe I posted a few images on Tumblr that got my account banned.
And like they
made
give
a bunch of
themselves like a
feminists
Medal of
mad.
Honor or something?
Yeah. It's kind of this.
Oh my
and
God.
that's really what internet culture is. It's a bunch of people trying to fight for their opinions, and it just sprays a lot of things out of it. Sometimes groups form, sometimes they fall apart, and this just creates a melting pot, so to
Yeah,
say,
dude,
of opinions.
I've been thinking about this stuff lately, and like the internet and stuff, because I know a bit, right?
Yeah,
I know what Reddit is. I've like posted a few, you know, like when you can't fucking think of a
Yeah.
song, but like you kind of know what it's about, so you post a board like, "Hey, does anybody remember this song?" And then they find out, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Or like Twitch and stuff, right? But I'm so incredibly out of the loop.
Yeah, I find that to be kind of a lot of people are out of the loop, so to speak, because the internet is just so incredibly large. It's a vast ocean with deep depths and all the way to the atmosphere. You know, you can either be surface level or you can be down in the depths.
Now, here's the thing, right? You are definitely like an abyss crawler.
I
Not maybe like the sunken abyss
Yeah,
where there's no sunlight,
there's-
but definitely like blue whale
There's
kind of
definitely
scene,
people
right?
with less life than me on the internet.
who have time to delve into these deep catacombs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite a busy
Right, but like,
person.
what about the? Do you think there's a difference between that internet culture that you divulge in and like the one that you see on the news all the time, the fucking
Yeah.
surface dwellers on their Fox News and NBC and YouTube and like all those like
Well,
to the common people, I should say.
most of the times that internet is portrayed poorly, and because most of them are old.
That
and-
internet, like the surface dweller one,
yeah,
or
they just can't understand certain humor or memes of newer ages. You see,
I think the term you're looking for is dark humor. Zach.
dark humor, yeah. Like they'll say, "Oh, these internet trolls, I can't believe they closed my pool. What is wrong with them?"
What pool? What the fuck are you? Is this an example that you're actually remembering?
Yeah,
or?
so it's an old thing that happened where on this old website called Habbo Hotel, it was basically infested with pedophiles and was made for kids, and a bunch of people
Like the hotel was made for kids?
Oh, it wasn't a real hotel. It was like it was like a social platform, like Club Penguin.
Yeah.
It was like Club Penguin, but with like you made your own areas and stuff. And a bunch of people invaded it, and in the main lobby there was a pool.
Oh, so this was an actual hotel?
No, it wasn't.
Oh
an
my
actual
god, you
hotel.
scared the shit out of me. I thought there
Yeah.
was this hotel just started for
Exactly.
pedophiles, and they're all gathering, bringing their kids.
And media coverage of this definitely portrayed everyone as if they were serious about this, as if everyone was
Everyone's a pedophile.
everyone's a pedophile, everyone's a troll, and they all hate women apparently, and because this was the premise behind it was just to close a pool, and it affected a local woman because they started doing it in real life. They would call pools and say, "Hey,
Pools like
I'm your lead inspector. Close this pool because someone with AIDS got their blood in the water.
Oh my gosh! Like so the first time you said pool, you're just talking about like lobbies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the second time when you said pool,
Is
they
when
would literally go to like hotels or places with pools and just be like, "There's AIDS in your pool."
I know a lot of this started off in a virtual world of a pool and then became real life.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
That's
this is the internet culture of, you know, there's some websites where people definitely take it a lot more seriously. Like I spent quite a bit of time on 4chan in my days, but this is definitely the culture portrayed by that website. Is, you know, they love humor, and as dark as that humor might be, people just can't understand it. They always portray it as something bad.
I love talking to my grandparents. I love them so much, but our humors are so I Grandma, if you're listening, I love you so much, but you have boomer humor till the day you die, and it will never end. It's so...
Gen Z humor has become something that not necessarily has meaning, even. It originally starts with something with meaning, but a lot of times it's just people posting images of random things.
It devolves. It slowly devolves. Like,
yes.
I think, I remember a meme.
It's a devolving of humor to see how insignificant you can possibly get it before people find it not funny.
Now, that's exactly what it is. You take these jokes and you beat them to death with a stick over and over until you just have to force the monkeys to laugh. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we've been talking about these two different cultures. The wool for classification, like the normies culture, the surface dwellers, the ones that you catch them on the news or you just see on YouTube, and this sort of like bottom dwelling of people that you like to persist in. Where... Because obviously most of my listeners are probably the normal people. Where do you go to enter these dark realms that you speak of, my good sir?
A lot of the times you just go to websites that are mentioned. It's something that is mentioned on one website and mentioned on another. So let's say you start off on Twitter and you go, hey, there's a bunch of people on Reddit that have this type of humor. You go to Reddit. You type in reddit.com and you go there and you go, oh, hey, this humor's funny. And then you see someone on those comment section go, this is such a 4chan meme, you probably took it from there. And then you go to 4chan.org, which I'm not recommending you go to.
Is it a scary place?
It is a scary, it's not necessarily, you know, you're going to get your computer hacked or something just by going there, because it's a safe place to post stuff, not like personally about you, because you'll most likely get doxxed.
But now, define dox. I've heard the term a lot. I have no idea what the fuck it means.
It's basically where your personal information is leaked.
And so like identity theft, basically, or
yeah. So they'll take your identity. They'll take your any information they can get. They'll take your home address and they'll post it, and people will send you packages of just not necessarily harmful materials, but just random shit. Like they'll send you dildos and they'll send you just a bunch of.
That doesn't sound awful. That just sounds like free shit to me.
They'll send you a bunch of fertilizer, which will probably get you put on a list by the FBI.
Wait, why would fertilizer get you put on a list?
It's
what can you do with fertilizer?
Fertilizer is a known material for making bombs.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of bombs do you fucking make with fertilizer? Well, maybe this is not the best thing to talk about on a podcast, but fuck it. But Zach, explain for all my listeners at home how to make a bomb, would you?
I don't think I should do that, but...
I don't think you should either, but we're already in this rabbit hole.
But the reason people do this stuff is because they just don't like... They want to see people suffer. Suffering. That's what the internet
Can you say that centrally in the microphone, please? Suffering. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So basically, these communities just want normal people to suffer because they feel some sort of sense of entitlement, like they're better than them, you know? And really, they all are just complete losers.
Now, we've been talking for like the first 10 minutes of this podcast, making it seem like such a terrifying place. But the internet isn't that scary, right?
The internet... it's I've definitely portrayed it as something you should be scared of, but really, most of the surface dwellers, people that are just casual internet users, don't have a problem with this.
They'll never even be exposed to this. They got their horse blinds on.
They'll never know about the deep, dark side of the internet.
We haven't even got fucking dark. Like we haven't even gotten to the dark web and stuff. We're still in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, most people, they'll go on Twitter, they'll post some sort of topical thing and be like, oh, you know,
look at me and my likes.
Yeah, they'll go on Instagram and they'll post a picture of themselves and be like, hey, I gained 2 followers out of this.
Wowzers,
and
trousers.
That's about it, the extent that normal people use the internet. Maybe they'll download some sort of app to look at memes. Maybe they'll use Instagram to look at memes, which honestly in better days or in new days have gotten better.
Oh my god, no, dude, Instagram. So I've never been one for Twitter or Facebook. I fucking hate mass social media. It stresses me out, right? But like Instagram used to be my baby. I loved it because
Instagram,
the meme
yeah.
were so good. But then what was it like 2 years ago? Just like this divine cataclysm. They just swept through Instagram and killed all the meme pages, all the good ones.
It's because of the Reddit, Instagram war. You know?
What? Wait, this was because of Reddit? Reddit killed my memes?
r/dank memes was a website that, well, not website, it's part of it was a Reddit board, and that people post memes. I've been a member of it for a while, and it usually wasn't too bad. The memes were often repetitive, and they were mediocre at best. But a lot of people on Instagram simply stole them because, funny humor. Might as well post it and get my own version of it, or say it is my own and get likes out of it. So people were doing that.
Yeah, that was the thing. None of these fucking memes were tagged.
And then Reddit was like, they started noticing, hey, I made this meme and now it's on Instagram.
But it's a
4 days
terrifying
later.
creature. It's such a God, it's like a hive mind of just
And yeah,
geniuses with nothing else to do.
Reddit is certainly a hive mind, and they even made like AI photo editors that would remove Reddit watermarks, so then they could post it on Instagram with no problem. And
That's genius.
yeah, and Redditors noticed this and they're like, "Hey, this is kind of fucked up. We made some memes, and
Yeah, these are our memes, you bastards. This is our meme capital."
They went to basically full war on it, and it never really turned into any sort of like actual internet violence, like a lot of other wars turned into.
No, like when you say internet violence, do you mean like angry internet stuff manifesting in the real world, or
Yes,
like
that's what I mean is like either people having bad things happen to the internet, like they're getting DDoS, their Wi-Fi is unavailable, or they get hacked and all their information is leaked, or even if this goes to the real world, then they send them packages. But ultimately, what this is from is it did not go into anything because Reddit realized something. They realized that they too were stealing memes
from 4chan.
from 4chan.
Oh God, it's all fucking tunnel. Everything goes back down to itself.
It's kind of a hierarchy of people that make memes at the top.
Yeah, you know what? Tell me, give me the pyramid. Tell me the pyramid scheme of memes.
You got people that have been making memes for a long time. The revolutionary memes,
what's like Pepe the Frog? Like that was the king. That was for a while.
He is almost the meme of the decade.
He's a meme messiah.
Pepe the Frog has transcended culture, and as much as the media has tried to portray him as something bad,
he's beautiful. They'll never take our Jesus away.
Pepe is something that brings people together.
For all of you at home, if you don't know who Pepe the Frog is, he's this beautiful little frog with some nice pink lips, and he likes to stare into the void. And for a while, for some reason, the news thought he was a Nazi symbol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No, it was a white supremacist.
Yeah,
right? I don't know. Whatever.
It was something
whatever
bad.
toxic community the news wanted to cling to this time, right? It was fixated on it, and for a while,
Yes.
oh my God! But no, he is beautiful. I love him.
And this is really something that just spread into everything. You got emotes on Twitch, all being like Pepe the Frog. You have its origin in 4chan and boards of people making edits of it, to eventually it just being reposted everywhere on the internet, and it becomes this thing that unites people. And that is a rare meme. That's why people.
Yeah, Pepe was universal in the internet
that's
culture.
why
Everybody loved him.
Yes, that's where you get the phrase "rare Pepe" because it's something.
I've never heard that phrase. Where's that phrase?
Rare Pepe is kind of like it's when people make their own edits of Pepe. They would just be like Rare Pepe and then send the image of something they made in like a different style, and be like, because it's something new. It's something new. They were treated as collector cards.
Beautiful conversation, right? But we totally fucking diverged. Give me the pyramid again
yes.
meme. Yeah, the meme hierarchy.
Well, that kind of relates. It's the people on top that make those revolutionary memes. They don't cling to current culture.
So these are like the creatives, the new meme
Yes,
messiahs.
they spend time watching media, movies, and they say, "Oh, hey, funny subtitle. We can make meme out of this," or they create some sort of drawing. Meme messiahs, they are gods. I praise them.
It's the
Because
Jesus with
it's the
sunglasses
only-
and a Mountain Dew.
They're the only people pushing the envelope of memes, and
And that's difficult too, isn't it?
yes,
Because like
it's a
so many
difficult
people are
thing.
making so much stuff.
You really have to make something that someone sees and goes, "Ha ha."
It's just oh.
I know. You have to exhale through your nose audibly.
All right, so
And then below that, you will have people that take those memes that the revolutionaries make and they repost it, different formats, different titles. They'll put words above it that are relatable. They keep the culture alive, basically.
Yeah.
They're not revolutionary, but they're not like, scum of the earth, steal every meme, and they post 10-year-old memes on new meme Reddits.
fuck. I was trying not to yawn. I was lacking oxygen in my brain. I held that in for so long. I couldn't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm. And below that, you get people that are just everyday users. They look at memes and they either like them or they share them. And there's nothing inherently wrong with sharing a meme, but they
stealing credit for one's memes.
Yeah, and then you leave the red watermark on it, and then below that you have people that repost memes as their own. And then on the bottom,
meme poachers.
Meme poachers. And then on the bottom, you have people that just are scum of the earth. They take memes that aren't even relevant, and they'll try and post them. It's basically boomers. They're on the way bottom.
Well, maybe not boomers, right? Because I don't think that they even have access to this stage, right?
Yeah, they it's basically the average Facebook user.
All right. Oh God.
Think of that.
With their minion memes and banana shit.
A lot of times these people, you've been on Facebook before. You see how toxic of a place it is, and it's just because it's filled with all these people that don't know anything about the internet.
They don't know anything.
And they steal memes that aren't even relevant anymore, and they repost them, and it becomes a cesspool almost.
Zach, I can see your brain activity driving you towards your hand, but I need your mouth to point at this beautiful
Yes.
little. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Fuck, I had a question. Oh, right. Okay, so we've been talking about like the normie culture and the abyss culture, and like there's a dark web culture. We'll try to get into that later, right? But like, how many subcultures do you think there are?
I would say there's probably about 4 levels. You got the boomers on the top, people that very little about the internet, never interact with it. You have the average user, and they're just kind of normal. They browse stuff. They use Google. They just kind of Google whatever they want. They're like, ooh, hey, funny meme. I'm gonna like it. And you have people below that are kind of where I'm at. They have been on the internet. They explore rabbit holes. They've gone to websites where people don't agree with each other and they say heinous things because of it. And then below that you have the absolute animals, the primal animals on the internet that will do anything to just they've been everywhere. They've seen everything there possibly is, and they're involved in everything.
And where do these disgusting animals reside, Zach?
Honestly, they don't reside in a single website necessarily.
Not like website wise, but like
they probably, it's called a coom cave.
I know my fair. We'll talk about the cool cave when we lead into Twitch culture, but for right now, so we have the normies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have like the average Joe of my generation.
Mm-hmm.
We have like the abyss watchers, and then
You have the people below that.
the dark web.
The dark web.
Zach, can you help me and paint a beautiful, scary picture by sensually saying dark web into the microphone a few times while I say it with you?
Dark web.
Fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah.
So what's the dark web, Zach?
The dark web is basically everything that your government blocks you from seeing. And these servers are often privately hosted, so I don't know if this gets into the Internet of Things, which is, servers hosting websites, and then people metaphorically call up to access the information on these websites. And these are ones that the government don't, regulate, and they don't say, hey, the material on this is at least, no matter how bad, is at least safe, and that's the normal Internet. And then below that you have the dark web, which is all these websites that are just you can do illegal activity on these. A lot of it's made for illegal activity.
Now, the level of not accepted by the country that would say, oh, you're now in the dark web, right? It's that would be different for each country, right? Because the U.S. nationwide firewall isn't that big, but like China's like firewall
Yeah, like
is so advanced now. Have you? I was listening to I was listening to something about this recently, right? And like at first the firewall failed. Everybody joked about it, but now they've gotten really good at limiting stuff, and it's kind of scary.
China is definitely a scary presence on the internet because they are very good in the cyber world. The Chinese government has blocked most popular websites. Like you can't access YouTube, you can't access many social medias like Reddit, Facebook, and you can't even access like normal games like Minecraft.
And before there were ways around it, but that's not a thing now anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's not even Minecraft on in China. It's
No, fuck. Oh, the humanity.
they have their own version because it had to be. They had to make sure that there's no anti-Chinese propaganda in it.
Now, I'm not one for racism, right? But like maybe I'm feeling Trump here, man. Maybe he knew something we didn't. He knew that they blocked Minecraft. I'm kidding. I don't have anything against China, but fuck, man, Minecraft.
Yeah, it's definitely China's becoming a scarier presence on the internet because they just are controlling more and more of it, and they're controlling, like they're going outside of their own realm of controlling their people on the internet to trying to take down websites that actively, fight against the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party. Not necessarily a good thing. I mean, I don't like to hate against Chinese people, but their government kind of sucks.
I don't know anything about like I said, I'm totally fucking out of the loop. Even like the normie level, I don't look at news or anything. I basically live under a fucking rock.
Yeah,
I just listen to podcasts about spiritual shit.
Get back to the dark web, it's essentially websites that aren't accessible in your country.
Yeah.
Every machine is registered, and well, for the most part, is registered to the internet, and everything you do leaves a footprint. I mean, they teach you that in school nowadays. That no matter what you do on the internet, it'll always be available. There's this thing called ROM on your computer, and essentially
pronounced ROM.
ROM.
Yeah, is that the same thing I'm thinking of? RAM, or are those two different things?
ROM and RAM are kind of similar. It's like deep stored material on your computer.
Okay, because like I was like, holy shit, have I been pronouncing it wrong my whole life?
If you delete a photo on your computer, it doesn't necessarily go away until you rewrite the file.
But there are two different things, right? ROM and RAM.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! I thought I was gonna have like a Berenstain, whatever it is, one of those kind of moments, and where I was like, oh my god.
Basically, to get back to the main topic, dark web.
Zach, there is no main topic. This is a conversation, man.
Yeah, dark web is stuff that you should not be able to access. Like you can buy money printers on the dark web that print U.S. currency.
Like full-on accurate U.S. currency?
Mm-hmm. You can make fraudulent money on the dark web. You could buy many illicit substances. It's not a place that...
Remember, kids.
Most people...
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
As a friendly reminder, I like to put out, don't do drugs unless you're prescribed them. Or you're going into the woods to have a spiritual experience. Maybe you need drugs. I don't know.
As a friendly reminder, I would like to say... Please do not try to access any of these websites. The dark web is not a friendly place.
We are not endorsing you to go into the dark web, buy a money printer, send it to my address, allow me the materials to print out money, and then help me in court if I ever get caught. We're not telling you to do that.
Please do not send any money printers bought to 1174.
Shut up, Zach. Don't give your address. You already said the numbers. They're going to dox you. They're going to find your road, and they know where you are, and you're going to get doxxed. I'm safe. I didn't.
Yes, that was just a comedy skit.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fib, guys. Sorry.
But really, it's just it's not a pretty place. So please do not head to there.
All right, now let's float ourselves back up a bit and go back to this like abyss culture with like Reddit and stuff, right? There are other like empires in this culture, right? I know Reddit's one of them. Reddit overtook 4chan and became its own empire, and like because the gaming culture is a huge thing about this. What are the empires of the gaming culture that rival Reddit?
Gaming culture it's become Twitch nowadays, which is grown vastly. I mean, in 2017, who was using Twitch?
Nobody. I mean, probably some people.
I probably clicked on a link that said twitch.tv at some point and was
For
like,
me, Twitch didn't exist until Ninja was born into the universe. And he wasn't born whenever he was a fetus. He was born whenever he became famous.
As much as I hate Fortnite, well, not hate necessarily.
It's an alright game. I played it
it's
a few
yeah,
times.
I
I don't like the culture around it, but I like the game. It's alright.
It's because it was just it created a bad culture. But
the game makes me angry because I'm ass at it.
Yeah,
just like keep playing.
As much as Fortnite is something everyone likes to kind of just hate on, Ninja revolutionized the platform of streaming.
Ninja revolutionized the streaming world. He got millions, didn't he? Or was it? I don't think he ever reached billions.
Up until this year, he had the most subs on Twitch. He made
and he's had the most watched stream.
He's made millions and millions of dollars off of streaming.
And I mean, to be fair, he also won tournaments and stuff. But like, even if he didn't win those tournaments,
it all created this fascination with watching someone do something live. I mean,
well, but okay, before Twitch, there was the YouTube Let's Plays, right?
Yeah. Those were all pre-recorded, though. I mean,
yeah. They had live streams every once in a while.
Yeah, you could live stream on YouTube. It kind of sucked.
It kind of sucked. It's the worst. It's one of the worst live streams. It's almost as bad as Facebook Live.
Yeah, but
that's awful.
Yeah, at some point Ninja almost got transferred to Facebook Gaming.
Ew.
Because his deal with Mixer just fell through.
Imagine all the fucking Facebook grandmas watching.
I know. But
Kimmy, who is this ninja?
I know, it's definitely something to look into. But the internet culture on Twitch is kind of the newer thing, It really, really exploded during the pandemic. Like, at the beginning, people were in their house, they had nothing to do. So what'd they do? They watched people.
Internet.
They watched
other people live. They're like, holy shit, look at these people do outside things.
I know. It's something that in the years leading up to 2020 and in 2020 especially, things were born and killed on something. On Twitch. The chess, a game that has been around for thousands of years, took off more than it ever has.
Yeah, what the hell was that? Why were people watching people play chess on Twitch?
It's just because.
Also, I just had to say, people watching people, yada yada. Like, what the fuck? Like, just do it yourself.
It's become such a thing that decides a fate of a game.
I say that, but I love watching people do stuff. Everyone does.
Your fate is decided as a game developer by if people start streaming it. That's why
it's a zeitgeist of the internet now. It's a definer of the era.
It's something that it makes or breaks people.
Oh my god, it's terrifying. Okay, hear me out, right? I explain to us. We've talked about what these cultures are and what they do, but like explain to me the community behind it, because like what we described basically says, yeah, the U.S. does this, but who are the people that reside in the U.S. and how do they interact with each other? Give me study these people like little fucking monkeys in a cage and say, ooh, ah, ah.
Like the average internet user?
Yeah, the average. Well, let's start off on Twitch. Describe to me the average Twitch user.
The average Twitch user, it kind of varies. Most of the times they'll just watch like the first person they see on the page. Like they show the top streamers in certain categories, especially in the just chatting category. And these people, they come in all kinds of emotions. They watch just to be annoying. They spam stuff in the chat. And these people are just, it's such a vast number that you either just sit there and watch them or chill and watch them, or you come there to actively insult the person streaming.
Which is understandable. These are monkeys for entertainment, right? These aren't people.
Something growing on the website is, especially like recently, is just people going to the website like extremely horny and going to the just chatting section and clicking on the first female streamer they see with like obvious showing cleavage and watching it and saying just despicable things.
It's disgusting, man. It's the anonymity of the internet is so provocative and like it's a little demon, it's a little imp that enters your brain and says nobody will know what you're gonna say. Be a monster. It's fucking awful.
These average people that just kind of go to these websites and watch people, and they could either be just perfectly good viewers and they just sit there and watch them, or they could be absolute frogs, But
Frogs.
it's kind of something to describe people. You know?
Yeah, there's so many. Like, there's a bunch of terms in this culture, right? That like normal people have no idea of. Can you give me like a quick Twitch dictionary? A little verbiage synopsis.
I'm not necessarily an expert, but I mean,
I'm no trained professional here, but
I mean, you got like Pog, you know.
could you give me the origin of Pog, please?
Ryan Gutierrez.
Oh shit! You actually have an origin. I was fucking like making like a spelling bee joke. But...
Yeah. So basically, Ryan Gutierrez, you know, he's the face of the Pog.
Is he a streamer or is he?
Yeah.
And what did he play when he was quote unquote
Well,
pogged out?
Pog of the game, or Pog stands for play of the game. You know, it's something.
That's what the fuck it stands for?
Play of the game, you know.
I just thought it was like one of those words that has no meaning, so you just use them whenever.
It's become something of no meaning, but it originally started for play of the game, you know. I mean, people would say Pog, and it meant that they did something good in the game. You know?
Shit, I know something. This was fucking first-person shooters have this all the time at the end of matches and stuff, or like, or particularly Overwatch. Didn't it literally say play of the game like every?
And that's kind of where it originated.
Oh my god! Look at me, I knew something.
And I mean, a lot of on Twitch, to describe someone, you could use like frog. You know, I used that one already. Yeah.
Does that stand for something, or you just call them a frog?
No, you just call them a frog, or.
Is frog a good thing? Do you want to be a frog?
No, you do not want to be a frog.
I fucking love frogs.
It's
Dude, they're
something
dope as shit.
You call someone a frog if they're like just kind of being annoying, or not really annoying, but like
a cunt.
Just kind of like
cunt's the word.
A frog is like a resident viewer. They just kind of they're in the background, you know.
Oh, so they're not bad people.
They're not necessarily bad people. The streamers like to hate on them.
The streamers like to rip on frogs. Oh man, I used the word cunt. It wasn't even valid. So tell me, who? So I can say the word one more time on my podcast. Who are the cunts of Twitch? What would you call them?
I would. There's these streamers that go out there and they are, well, not necessarily streamers on Twitch, but there's these people that kind of form groups and they go out specifically to hate on streamers.
Yeah?
It's a very toxic thing.
And what would you call them, Zach?
Well, it's
that's so weird. I don't know why
you can describe
like
it as one person's community called Maximilimus.
Oh, damn it, that's my name. Fuck.
He's a person, you know. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't want to share my opinion necessarily.
No, share it.
It's not like it's something that you can't be really opinionated about because he's just such a shitty person. His following is really the load on people.
Give me some examples of his shittiness.
They would go into people's streams, like especially female streamers, and they would just harass them. Say in the chat, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself.
Yada yada.
Yeah, and it really just they would target people with mental disorders, and it was really something.
Wait,
bad.
how prevalent are people with mental disorders like on Twitch? Like, are they?
It's not like, well, I mean, Twitch is such a big platform. You're going to find someone that is.
And you know what? Good for them. If that's a healthy way to express themselves.
Twitch is such a great combiner that anyone can use it. You know, you might get 0 viewers, but hey, you know, maybe every once in a while you see your viewer count go from 0 to 1. Oh,
that's such a beautiful.
You know that there's someone.
I remember when
there's someone on a phone, a tablet, a computer, watching you.
There's such a giant, which sounds uncomfortable when you say it like that, but like it's such a dopamine trigger in your brain to get that kind of validation from a random stranger on the internet.
Could you imagine being like a top streamer and seeing 20,000?
That's not even a number I can comprehend.
The chat on Twitch has a purpose, and that is, and especially in larger streamers, people just spam certain emotes, and that correlates into like what they think the streamer is doing. It's something to display the chat's emotion, and it's just amalgamation of people. It's not necessarily.
It's a little like fucking.
When you get big enough, it's not just a bunch of individual people. It's one.
God,
group.
It's like this little like AI thing that just shooting like images at you, and you gotta respond accordingly. You gotta make the monkey clap.
To go back to when I was talking about memes, the Pepe the Frog is a great example of this. I mean, you got Pepe Sad, you got Sag. I mean, it's all these.
Sag?
It's like
What
crying.
does Sag
It's like
mean?
crying Pepe. I mean, it's
But
basically.
how did Pepe plus Sad equal Sag?
I
What the?
It just
Sad frog?
a lot of spelling
But wait,
mistakes.
no, frogs. I mean, oh
Spell-
my god, it's my mind is getting fucked.
It's these emotes on Twitch are the most prevalent thing. And to go back to Pog, which originated with Ryan, was recently removed. It was the number one emote on Twitch. You know, everyone used it because
Why did it get removed?
Because Ryan was just a shitty person, and they didn't want to. They didn't want to.
Fuck you, Ryan. Get your face off our
it's
platform.
Because he just. I don't know the specifics, but for some reason Twitch just did not like the things he was saying, and he was saying a lot of, kind of racist shit. And
that's not good. We don't promote racism.
They didn't.
On something about something.
I know. And
I'm glad you know that, Zach. That you're on my platform.
And Ryan they didn't want to associate with him, so they removed Pog.
Oh.
So.
Did I? Okay, the internet gets really angry when things go away that they like. I know that. They get violently angry, right?
I believe a great segue for this would be cancel culture.
Oh, cancel culture.
I'm going to cancel Genghis Khan.
Right, okay, so, dude, I fucking love Genghis Khan. Like, he's a monster. He's a monster, but god damn, that man put in the work.
Yeah, people finding out that Genghis Khan really did some bad shit back in his day.
Find out. People in Genghis Khan's day knew he was doing bad shit, but this dude's, like, blood is in everybody. He fucked everybody.
This is such an old thing that happened on the internet.
Isn't it like 1% of the world, like, population or something is, like, in lineage of Genghis Khan?
A significant portion.
It's crazy.
In relativity to, like
even
all the
0.1% would be, no, Genghis Khan is
an insane amount of people are related
it's ridiculous.
to Genghis Khan.
Maybe I'm part Khan.
Are you Genghis Khan?
Well, not Khan. Maybe I'm part Genghis, because Khan's a title.
Are you, like, his great-great-great-grandchild?
I don't know how many great... No, dude, it would be so many grades. I don't think we have the time for that on here. But anyway, dude, I was listening about cancel culture, right? And here's the issue with it. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves cancel culture. You either love to participate in it, or you love to hate on it, or you love to enact it, or you love to defend against it. It doesn't matter. Everybody's involved in cancel culture.
Yeah, it's especially as of recent. It's become such a topical thing. Like, major news platforms are talking about it.
Yeah, okay. So people active on news platforms and active on social media and stuff know, like, how cancel culture is enacted there. But how is cancel culture enacted in, like, these dark platforms? Because if I'm not mistaken, these social fucking punishments and restrictions in place by the culture existed in these dark areas way before it existed in the normie internet culture.
Cancel culture isn't really prevalent necessarily unless you're on Twitter. Twitter is kind of the home.
Twitter is...
It's a cesspool of degenerates.
It's a fucking auditorium for cancel culture. You just sit there with your popcorn and then the theater plays and says, who did this week?
It's because there just are large groups of people that, all share similar opinions called armies, and they kind of join together, and one of them will retweet something saying, hey, this person said some bad stuff.
And it could be like whatever time in your life. It could be like, we might have said something right here, right now, in this very podcast.
And in the future,
I'm going to get canceled. I said cunt. I'm going to get canceled for saying cunt, Zach.
I know. It's something that it's just... a lot of people like to talk about it and say, oh, something needs to be done. Oh, this is such a bad thing. And especially big news is talking about it like
big news.
Like, never before have I cringed as much as watching a Fox,
here's
Fox
the issue.
News segment.
News isn't news anymore. It's entertainment. They make profit from this. They're not paid to inform. They're paid to capture the mind of the audience.
Never before have I cringed as much as watching Fox News talk about Twitter. It's something that...
It doesn't matter what political affiliation you have listening to this. It's boomers talking about Twitter.
Exactly.
It's going to be cringy no matter what.
It's prevalent on all major news sites. I mean, I was just mentioning one of them. And when they talk about it, they say, oh, this needs to be addressed, and no one ever does anything. Like this podcast, I was reluctant to bring up cancel culture because, you know,
Reluctant to bring up cancel culture to the one person, maybe three. I don't know. My girlfriend, some friends in class. You'll listen to it maybe. The 5 people that you'll talk about cancel culture to.
And I didn't want to bring it up specifically because I'm going to be joining that platform of people that say, oh, we need to cancel culture.
But you're not going to do anything about it. I'm not going to do anything about it. Here's the thing.
And I'm simply giving it from a perspective of an internet user.
How big are you on Twitter? Like not big like following. Like how involved are you in Twitter?
On Twitter, I am not super involved necessarily.
I'll admit, Twitter is not my thing at all.
I like Twitter because people tweet funny things.
People tweet ha-has and make my brain go funny.
The dark side of Twitter is all these people with just like 1,000-word bios that think they have some sort of advantage above people because they don't
mean anything.
Yeah, I don't care that you belong to this certain group, okay? Just please say something that doesn't make me want to remove my eyes and ears.
Yeah, dude. I think we should all remove our eyes and ears and exist as these ambiguous, senseless blobs in the world. I think that'd be a cool, enlightening experience. But besides the point, though, I have to admit, I am someone who loves cancel culture. I don't think it's a good thing. Like, objectively, it's wrong to kill these people's lives over things that happened so long ago in a platform where it was, back then, socially acceptable. And these people have evolved as like persons and stuff, so I don't think they should be murdered on the internet for this. But like, dude, when I'm sitting in my bed at like midnight or something and my girlfriend texts me and she just calls me and she's like, hey, like, guess what happened to who? And I'm like, I'm fucking chomping in the nips over here. I'm just rubbing my nipples. I love it. It's amazing. And not in like a good way. I'm like, no, who got canceled this time? But that feeling is so addictive.
That's the main reason it's so prevalent.
It's so addictive, and no one's gonna get rid of it until we all admit that we do. No one's gonna get rid of it until we admit that we all love it. We all fucking love it.
It's just hordes of people that are addicted to yelling at people because they objectively did something wrong. I mean, they did something wrong. It's just they can't stop.
And to be fair, it started properly when like the Me Too movement happened and they were taking out.
That is the
Epstein and who was it? Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm. That is the proper use of cancel culture.
Right. Wait, Harvey Weinstein's the guy that was like bring girls to his apartment and like jerked off in front of them, and they just sat there and watched because it's like he's like sure. They didn't say no, but that's not their fault. Don't reclip that and say that I'm justifying Harvey Weinstein. That man's a fucking monster. He sat there and used his cultural capital to look these women in the eyes and jerk off, and he probably didn't even look good doing it.
I know. I would say.
Ew, I'm saying things that sound like I'm justifying. There's no justification for this. That's awful. Don't listen to me.
In cancel culture, that's the proper use of it, is to actually do stuff that will affect people. I mean,
oh my God! Wait, no. You know what the birth of cancel culture was? Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby was classic, at least in my mental timeline, the birth of cancel culture.
Classic internet joke: slips a pill into your cocktail, you pass out, wake up. Hey boy, you been asleep for a long time.
Bibbidi bop. I was in your pudding.
Oh
God, I just lost like all my viewers. Anybody who had any remote respect for me is gone. As they should.
I would agree that he kind of it was a start. I mean, a lot of people would say
he's disgusting.
It started with a lot of things. I mean, like not necessarily Bill Cosby, but he was definitely something that brought it into mainstream attention.
Who was like aggressively canceled before Cosby? I can't think of anybody.
It would be hard for me too because my monkey brain can't remember anything past like 5 years
ago. I only remember
the
big stuff, and Cosby was the big one.
Yes.
Man. What's up with him now? Do you know? Is he still? He's still in prison, right? Did he get out?
It's probably like some sort of OJ situation.
If you're listening to this on YouTube, go to my channel, go to the about, and send me an email. Tell me what the fuck happened to Cosby, man. And if you're watching this 3 years in the future, don't tell me what the fuck happened to Cosby. I don't give a shit anymore.
Please send an email to whatthefuckhappenedtoBillCosby@gmail.com telling me what the fuck happened to Bill Cosby.
That's not my email though. There is an email on my about page.
Yes, go there.
A link to my Spotify. Shout out to myself. Disgusting. filthy capital mongrel.
Please go there. I need the clout.
Please, oh my God, I need all the clicks. Please give me the clicks.
Yeah.
I need all the dopamine like I was talking about. I need to know that random strangers are watching me in this ethereal plane.
I would actually like to talk about that.
Yeah?
Clicks on the internet.
Clicks?
People clicking on
I
something.
love them. I love them so much. I love all the clicks.
Exactly. But some people love it too much.
Okay, no, here's my thing, right? I'll admit, I have a very addictive personality.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is I'm also very all or nothing. So, like, the moment I like something, if I'm not constantly fueled by it, I'll exile it. Which, thank God, too, because, like, it's why I'm not, like, internet addicted or anything. But I remember, like, I went through a brief phase of, like, consistently posting on Instagram. And every time a little heart popped up, my brain basically just had an orgasm in the back. And it was like, oh, my fuck, dude, likes?
It's all a dopamine thing.
I'm a dopamine addict, and the internet's an issue for me for that.
Never before have I received so much dopamine as when I posted a video of you staring at a camera for a minute, and it got the most likes. It got the most likes out of any video I've ever posted.
I remember you tagged me, and okay, so I deleted Instagram for a few weeks. I was about to say months. My concept of time is so fucked, but I deleted Instagram for a few weeks, right? And I re-downloaded it because I remember someone texted me on it, messages like, "Are you alive?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I've been trying to get a hold of you on Instagram." I was like, "I don't have Instagram anymore." So I re-downloaded it, and then I went over here, and one of the first things I see is like I'm tagged in a post, and I was like, "Oh, it's some like shitty group photo or something I'm gonna have to look at or something." No, all I see is this meme account of Zach White and me, shit with my greasy face, and I think this is when I had short hair, just staring into the camera for what, a minute, a whole minute? When did you take that?
It actually wasn't. It was a bunch of clips that were all edited together.
Oh my God! Wait, was that me staring into the phone for
We were unable to get you to stare at a camera for more than 15 seconds.
Context, right? I am a band nerd, and I'm in the marching band. And at my school, we have, like all schools, there's band camp. At the end of band week, the week of band camp, we do a skit, and our skit was to have, because I didn't have the option to be there. I had to take a flight to go visit my girlfriend. And so what we did is our whole skit was going to be all the rest of percussion, walking up on stage and just putting a phone, right? You guys all put a phone of my face.
We had notifications set to where it would go off at different times, like you were calling us on FaceTime. And we would all pick out our phones at different times, and it was just a video of you staring at the camera.
But the issue was, I couldn't stare at the camera for more than, 3 seconds? Not even laughing. Without losing my shit laughing. So they had to clip it. So you took that clip, and you just multiplied it to, a minute and posted it? I love that.
The original was actually 9 minutes long.
I found the original. Oh, yeah,
and I tried to post it, but Instagram wouldn't let me.
Did it? So you had to shorten it to a minute? Or okay, If you're listening, and I've ever talked to you about this, my goal in life has always been to become a meme, and it's happened, even if it's only 50 likes on the internet.
That is the.
I have left my mark. I'm done. I'm immortal.
As someone who spends way too much time looking at memes, I could say that you have become a meme. Because it's a joke between people that just grows and grows, and it might not have grown as much as, the most popular memes alive.
I'm no Pepe, but...
But, I mean, I got, 39 likes on that. That's 39 people that liked my meme.
39 people that liked my dumb fucking face in the camera for a minute.
I posted a picture of a seagull looking at water, and I got less likes. And I posted a picture of Max, and it gets more likes.
Zamra, fucking Zach and camera. Zach, your words mean the world to me. Thank you so much.
I would say that no matter how small you are, no matter how small any image is, the fact, if you get your friends to laugh at it, even if you make it yourself and you post it on Reddit and you get downloaded the shit, it's still a meme. And that is where memes come from.
Yeah.
So please do not be discouraged. You have the chance to make memes, and only you.
Yeah, fuck the hero system. Fuck the stories they tell you, man. It doesn't have to be. Don't listen to me. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. If you get 39 likes, that's you've achieved your goal. And you've made 39 people's day. Maybe until they start scrolling for the next dopamine trigger, but that's neither here nor there.
And if you're looking to start making memes, I recommend just getting a Photoshop and taking a picture of your friend and photoshopping them doing something
find
fucky.
whatever dumbass friend you have and take a picture of them without their permission and put them on the internet and ruin their lives forever. Don't do that. I don't recommend that.
Thank you. But where we started was with clicks, right?
Yeah. Dude, I love the clicks.
I
gotta say it again. I love the clicks so much.
The biggest rabbit hole I have seen on anything is the YouTube clickbait section.
Oh my god, fuck it. You know what I got, you made me angry now. Not you, but you've invoked an anger in me. I remember when, and anybody who was generally active in YouTube remembers this, when the only thing, the very first thing you would always see on your For You page was just the fucking, you're making loud noises over there, Zach. What you doing over there?
So basically, I don't know if you know this, but on YouTube, there's a
wait, hold on.
system.
Before you do that, let me finish my story. Right, when the only thing you found on a YouTube feed was the fucking obsidian knife thing. You remember that? When everybody's For You page was filled with 1,000 degree obsidian knife.
Everyone was doing that. Everyone.
No, it was one video. It was just in everybody's feed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it became a meme too. That's how memes are born. Everybody gets angry about something. We make it funny.
It did become a meme. I remember being on Reddit, being on 4chan, being on Instagram, and just seeing memes of people like taking images and photoshopping 1,000-degree knives into their hands.
It's so stupid. Anyway, what you doing there on your phone on YouTube, my brother?
So I know this is an audio only thing, but maybe I can just give a bit of context to you.
Yeah, here, paint
on YouTube,
a beautiful image.
There's this
for my listeners.
auto-correction system where if you type a simple period into it,
period.
These are the automatic things.
Oh my
god,
they just fucking heard that scraping sound that you made. I'm gonna try to delicately lift your phone here.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, when you type a period into YouTube, you know, the thing run by Google, it comes up with all these clickbait. Well, not clickbait, but these just random ass titles.
Hold on, I'm gonna click this first one. And what is this?
It pulls up all these fucked up videos that just don't make sense. They don't make sense. And look at the view counts on some of these.
Oh my god, that's 80. That's almost
80,000 people, 60,000.
Okay. If anybody's trying this at home, what's happening here is we put in a period, and what comes up is ... space, and then a bunch of runic symbols that invoke a demon, and then you press, and then it all ends with Rebecca, and then you click it, and then you're entering the terror dome of the YouTube. Also, I know what this video is right here. Mm-hmm. This one, if you're watching this and you're doing this and you get the same results I do, the second video is the thumbnail is just this Rudolph with this bulbous tumor infection growing out of its nose. That's a video from
and it's been just spawned.
Oni Plays, Chris O'Neill, fantastic animator, love him so much.
I've seen the video and it's just been reposted.
It's been reposted. Wait, is it the exact video?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me click it and turn. Yeah, that's Flash Gits. They stole it.
I know. And
sorry, not Chris O'Neill, but also great animator. But that's Flash Gits.
Big rabbit hole, might I say, on YouTube where all these channels just post random things with a bunch of garbled titles, and they get thousands.
That's awful.
Some of them millions of views. I've seen videos.
They get more views than the original? No!
Yeah. It's so fucked. And it's all this clickbait thing. And it's just dedicated to the AI system recommending it to people.
Dude, don't even talk to me about AI, man. That shit stresses.
The YouTube AI system is just insane because there's beyond terabytes of data of just videos stored at the YouTube HQ of random shit. Like the most clickbaity titles imaginable. You got not even in English, which is understandable because it's used by all kinds of people. But it's these videos that get millions and millions and millions of views, and it's a lot of times made for children specifically.
Oh my god, dude! I remember when I think I got hacked or something, but my YouTube feed, and like it was just thousands of little kid videos in my watch history, and I never watched them. As you can tell, I'm a grown adult. Even if I have the brain of a 5-year-old, I'm not watching these kid videos.
There's just an endless supply. I don't know how there are this many.
Oh my god, there's so many. You know what? If viewers at home, if you know what we're talking about, those like CGI animated shitty
Indian
ass.
narrator, just like red, yellow, green
There's always
colors.
some various animals. They're all like that Play-Doh color palette.
There's a lot of Spider-Man for some reason.
Oh my god. Oh.
And it's all this just to mess with the AI system on YouTube.
Dude, okay,
To recommend it to people.
Hold on, hear me. Okay, I you're just messing with all my shit right now. If I can grab my microphone fuzz. That's it. You know what? Here, play with it and entertain yourself. Just delicately said it. It's foam, dude. Fuck. What was I saying? Oh, AI, right? Mm-hmm. I was having a conversation with my good friend of mine this morning. We went out for breakfast, and this is the part that you're about to learn about me. I love trippy psychedelic shit and like spiritualism and like separate like realities in this universe and all that kind of stuff. And there was this conversation about AI being called EI, which means
Morty stuff.
And no, not sciencey. It's all like weird.
Yeah.
Like modern Buddhism almost. I don't know how to explain it, but AI was being called EI, which means extended intelligence. And like for anybody deep into like all these cultural and like spiritual beliefs, there's so many different practices have this idea of like a shared consciousness, and like you know when you die, your conscience doesn't go away; it just goes into the beautiful cesspool of the universe back into itself. And there's this concept that like past our three-dimensional plane, there's this like electromagnetic world where this other consciousness lives. And now that we have internet and technology, they can communicate with us. And this is what AI is.
And this is why I'm excited for the future. I can't wait for me to put on a headset and go to a different world instantly and be able to do whatever the fuck I want. Or even to do it physically.
And here's the thing, when the fucking technology gets in, if there's this weird theory, right? That like all of this, when you go to virtual reality and stuff, was already here. And like you're talking to AI and stuff. And like once they hit the point of like free will and stuff, are they... They're not human.
Have you ever seen Blade Runner 2077?
I've not seen Blade Runner
2049, sorry. I don't know. I was thinking of Cyberpunk, but you ever seen Blade Runner 2049?
I have not seen Blade Runner.
It basically, it portrays a very dark world where they're able to just replicate life using these robots that have artificial intelligence, and they just, are able to control themselves and live as people. And I think that is what could happen. Like, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that like there's a timeline of things in different realities.
Dude, that's terrifying. Someone could FaceTime you, right? Someone could FaceTime you and pretend to be you. And now that like all this internet stuff and like these repeating of consciousnesses that happen, you gotta have like a case word or something.
There's so many realities where at some point AI just takes over. I mean, it's not going to happen in the immediate future. Like,
I don't think we'll live to see it.
I don't think I'll live to see it.
I hope I can let my ego survive and not have to
There's futures where we harness it properly and we can use it to expand the solar system and go out into all kinds of things. Things that I can't even wrap my mind around.
I can't even... Dude, it's...
But there's also realities where we just become meat slaves to AI.
My God. Hold on. So here's my example of this, right? Okay. The average human on this planet is probably somewhat invested in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? It's become a cultural staple at this point. You've seen Age of Ultron, right?
I've seen every Marvel movie.
Right, okay, so Ultron, right? He got free will. So is he not like a free consciousness? Because like people, because I don't think you can say he's not a person anymore, because he exists now. He has his own thoughts and emotions and feelings, and sure, he's a robot. You could make the argument that he's a robot and he's programmable, but you, viewer, right now listening, and me, not viewer, who talking, and Zach, who answer question, we're all programmable. We all got our... If you flash the right stimuli into my eyeballs, I will do whatever you tell me to do, whether or not I want to. And that's because we're all fucking programmable. And God, I'm going off the deep end. This is a... Thank God I saved this for the last hour and not like the first hour where they're all like, oh, this is a normal guy. And now he's fucking rambling about extended consciousness and the shared particle universe and robots assimilating with us into society.
And this is the Twitch viewer count 0.
Yeah, this is count 0. I'm not even gonna reach 1 because my first video will have 1. My second one will have 0.
Well, I mean, when you get more in the future,
Yeah,
I mean,
hopefully.
I can say that. Hey, I was the first guest.
Yeah, you were the first man and
First man on the moon.
first man on the moon. Except the moon is a shitty podcast that you have to listen to.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What? You got words? You got words you want to say?
I had something I wanted to talk
Say
about.
it. Talk about it. Go
I
for it.
forgot.
Oh fuck! I hate when I do that. What?
No.
What triggered it? What triggered the stimuli? Let's run back to
I thought of the moon.
this. Yeah, we're talking about Neil Armstrong or something.
I was thinking about AI, and I remember now.
Yeah. See, there you go. Thank you for settling with us, listeners. Let's talk before you forget.
Take out the part at 1 minute.
No,
or 1 hour.
no, they have to listen to you struggle through that.
Okay, but basically, I had watched this YouTube video. I spent a lot of time on YouTube, and
I figured
I've probably
you were-
watched days worth of YouTube videos, weeks, months, probably, and I spend most of my life there.
Yeah,
And it's kind of sad,
Where else
but
would you be?
I mean, there's this one great video that perfectly describes like the future, the relevant future of AI and VR. And it's by this channel called Disrupt TV, and it was about the first VR cult.
Yeah.
It's this skit that isn't actually real. They made it all up, but it seems so real to you that there's people in the comments that think it's real. And never before have I been affected by a video. It's basically the premise of this game development studio in Japan, and they develop this kind of VR chat kind of world, and where you need to buy your own headset and stuff, and it gets into really deep technologically.
So
and
is this like an actual thing that happened?
No.
Or is it more
This is all made up. I mean,
what's the fuck? Oh yeah, AR things on YouTube, augmented reality.
It's
videos.
this made up video that.
So it's a story. It's a fictional piece.
It's a story that shows what could happen in the near future with AI and internet. And basically, there's these people that go onto this platform and they think that in the future if they talk with their AI companion, so to speak, enough, their consciousness can be preserved by the companion, and when and everyone's goal is to just die or kill themselves and then live on infinitely in the afterlife of AI and AR.
Fuck, dude. Here's my thing, right? The current crazy rabbit hole theory that I'm struggling in a battle against right now is like I was talking about earlier, is that like VR and stuff is this like separate reality, right? It's always been there, and now that we have the technology to access it, we are now playing a part in this world. And the reason that AI and the things we can speak to are so fucking stupid is because we don't have the technology to give them the proper voice and decisions yet. And once we do that, there'll be a whole cultural realm that will exist in. Like when you turn off the game, does the game stop talking about you? I bet you it doesn't.
Like, think of this. Do you think in the future, at some point, you'll be able to live on, like in an afterlife, like all the people before us that believe that there's a heaven, and not saying that I don't believe there's a heaven, that there's a God, and you can live after death, life after death.
Zach,
I've taken.
Let me ask to give the listeners and myself a good amount of context on where you're coming from. What do you believe happens after we die? Where's your current camp?
I don't believe we have a specific area, but I believe there's some sort of afterlife.
There's something.
I believe there's something after death. But the number one thing in any religion, I've taken college religion courses before.
Look at me. I've taken.
I know. Well,
sorry, it's such a cheesy thing.
Basically, the number one thing in like most religions is life after death. Everyone wants to have some sort of reassurance that they won't die and permanently die.
I was on the car ride here before we were recording this podcast. I was telling you about the book I'm reading, Denial of Death, and it talks about like everything in culture is an immortality project, and the goal is to live on past your physical self. Whether it's through building monuments or religion. Religion serves that purpose too. It gives you the sense of meaning and feeling that you're going to live on after you die, because nobody likes, at some internal level, whether you consciously do or not, nobody likes the idea that when you die, you just stop. That's it. You're erased from the universe, and you mean nothing. And it's just, and so everything is an immortality project, like religion and stuff, where it gives you a set of things to do so that you can feel when the guillotine of death comes cracking down on your neck, that you feel, oh, this isn't it. You know?
But listen to this.
I'm listening, dog.
This might be a bit of a mindfuck, but do you think...
Dude, did you hear what I was talking about earlier? I love mindfucks.
Do you think that at some point you will be able to become a virtual ghost, so to speak, after you die?
That'd be awesome. Are you kidding me?
Your actual consciousness, you, does not exist. And
my physical self will die, but there will be a copy of me.
But when your physical self dies, your mental self dies with that, and a replicate of you lives on in some sort of VR, AR, augmented world, and you will be able to live forever, but not you.
I think, okay, so here's the thing, that the moment you said that, my brain went to two places. One, it acknowledged the fact that technically that consciousness would be a new, beautiful, separate being, and also myself in a way. Mm-hmm. But the original me that's talking to you right now would just die. Mm-hmm. And my ego right now is terrified of that. All the biological things in me are screaming, and then the cultural inflictions that have been placed upon me are screaming, and they're telling me, Max, no, fuck that. There can't be two yous. But I don't think I should take it like that. I think I should allow myself to exist in a new form.
Mm-hmm. That is a concept that really changed me.
Shit, now I have to tackle when this interview ends. I have to tackle with that now. Christ, man.
I recommend watching the video by Disrupt TV. Called The First VR Cult or something like that. It's you'll find it.
Shout out to Disrupt TV and their video, The First AL Cult. Please sponsor me. I'm sad and poor.
But I mean, that's a subject I wanted to touch on.
Dude, I love that. No, anything else you wanted to touch on, man?
Among Us.
Among Us.
Can we talk about the cultural significance of Among Us?
Yeah, to explain to me what you believe is the cultural significance of Among Us.
I think Among Us is a perfect representation of like what the modern world is going to be like with like games, how it's going to become popular and then everyone will suddenly forget it.
I don't think so. I still play Among Us every once in a while. They just got a new map.
I know they did, but
I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to. I think
of Fall Guys or something. It's going to become the new Fall Guys where it will eventually just die out.
I think that's what I think. The thing about internet culture is that they're such consumptionists. They take something and they devour it, and then they say, that was all right, and then they find something new to devour.
They just give a great belch and move on to the next course.
Feed me more.
It's terrifying, man.
But I never before, as like some sort of internet thing, you will never forget Among Us, no matter how much you try.
No, that'll be imprinted.
You'll never look at a red object with a gray circle in it again and think, "Oh, that's just a chair."
Some of my favorite nights in my relationship is just her and I and like a few friends or us on Discord. And for all those who are, because again, this is like a beginner's guide to the internet, sort of a weird like. It's going to give you jumping points to go to. A Discord is just a place. It's a bunch of servers and lobbies for people to talk to about specific things. It's kind of like Reddit, but less message boardy and more like immediate. It's like a chat room. It's a big
chat.
Yeah, Zach, you explain it better. You can.
Discord. I currently have like 3,300 notifications on Discord.
I know you're a Discord aficionado.
Because I am in hundreds of servers, and basically Discord is. You have channels, which are you click on them and you send information based on what channel you click on. Like you click on general and you just send text, or you can click on memes and you send memes.
How about this? Let's do this in like a box system. Let's go from big box, which is Discord, to tiny box, a single message, and like give me the layers of boxes here.
So I don't believe I understand.
Okay, so it goes like Discord, then server, then chat room. Then subchat. Yeah, the breakdown.
So you start with the Discord, and that is the whole platform.
Yeah.
It's this app, it's this website, it's this app, it's something you download on your computer, it's everything. And inside of it, there's these things called servers. You can create one, someone else can create one, and you can boost them with Nitro, which is like premium. And then under that,
Nitro.
There's channels, right? Really, there's like folders of channels that you can open or make, but most people don't. And inside those channels, they're labeled different things. The people that made the server label them, and you click on them, and then you click on them.
Your little baby burp.
You click on them, and you send messages based on what that channel is called. You know, you can talk about Among Us even. I don't care. And then there's chat channels where you join, and it's just you and your voice, and if anyone else joins, you can communicate to each other.
I like to pause for a second before I lose this thought that's running through my brain. I am so bad at listening and then intaking, because like I'm hearing all your words and like they're processing through my brain, and then I go to think about them and then they stop existing, like as if I never fucking heard them. And the cool thing now is that this conversation, because like I know after I finish the tangent, I'm going to respond appropriately somehow, hopefully, and then you'll say words and I'll say words and we'll have a conversation, right? But half the time my brain doesn't even know I'm in this conversation. But it'll live eternally, and it'll make sense to all the people listening to it.
I would agree.
Yeah, that was my tangent. Anyway, right? So you got all these layers at Discord, right? Some of my favorite nights have been spent with my girlfriend and I going on a Discord and just playing Among Us together and cheating because we're on a phone call so we know who each of us are and whether or not we're imposters, and just breaking the game.
And that is like why Among Us has become so popular. It's just something that you can get together and enjoy
with everybody. Really dumb thing. One time, a group of friends and I went. You would know this, but for the listeners, like, a 30-40 minute drive away from where I live, there's this orchard that has a corn maze, and we went to the corn maze, and instead of playing the maze, we all got our phones and we got little slips of paper and we made people imposters, and we gathered together and we killed each other. And anytime someone died, we called on our phones and said emergency meeting, and we met somewhere, and it was so fun and stupid. I loved it.
That does sound pretty fun. Real life Among Us, everyone.
Yeah, real make it happen.
Dear listener, real life Among Us.
Dear listener, this fucking what month is it right now? April.
Sus.
This June, join us live at New York City for our Among Us tournament. There's no, I'm just saying shit into the ether.
Yeah, but what I wanted to go on about Among Us is just how prevalent it has become in like culture. I mean, I won't be able to forget Among Us. You won't. I won't be able to forget
Among Us. Among Us will be a story I'll tell my kids about my relationship.
Especially me being like so involved with Among Us memes. Do you think I will ever be able to forget the word sus?
No, it's the thing is, people say sus and they don't even realize where it originated.
Yeah, you hear someone say suspicious in a normal conversation, and I can't help but laugh like a fucking maniac.
Dude, you're sending these fucking microphone. If you, a listener at home, you know what I'm talking about.
I laugh like a mentally insane person.
When you're recording audio and the sound goes up and down to signify how loud, Zach just fucking overloaded my little image thing. I don't know how to word. I don't know why I have a podcast.
Honestly, I think you are kind of great with like English, you know?
You think that, and I have to say image sound thing instead.
Yeah, you use a lot of intelligent sounding words. So
I try to.
I appreciate that.
I try to make my intellectual vocabulary quite verbose.
But
I fucking hate myself sometimes.
I mean, I think you did bring up something kind of nice with Discord. Discord is never it's a platform I failed to mention when I talked about memes.
Yeah.
But I found that Discord is actually my number one source of meme, like where memes current status is.
I'm a big fan of Magic the Gathering. It's for those of you who don't know at home, Magic the Gathering is a worldwide trading card game where you collect cards and you play with your friends. There are local game stores in most cities and stuff. And no, shut up, Zach, you monster. I hate Pokemon so much, but I love Magic the Gathering. And the format I play is Commander. And there's this one deck, because when you play against someone else, you have your own deck of cards. There's one deck based around this one creature called the Gitrog monster. And the lore behind it is it's just a big fucking frog that lives in a swamp, and it's really spooky, and it hypnotizes. Imagine the Hypnotoad from Futurama, but really big and angry. Anyway.
A Twitch frog.
Yeah, but anyway, this deck, right? It has a whole Discord server dedicated to it with thousands and thousands of people on it. And it's hold on. You know what? Keep. I'll try to keep talking for a second while I balance this. But I'm gonna pull up a Discord. Discord's updating. Never mind. I can't pull it up. But the point was, it's one of my favorite Discord servers. They just post hundreds of frog memes all the time.
Exactly. People on Discord it's such a melting pot that the memes are so good. They're
so tasty. And you know what else I've noticed? Discord very rarely is ever a toxic culture.
I know.
I've met
I've met like 5 people out in my entire time on Discord that are legitimately racist, mean, or just hate the world.
Except when you get in the lobbies to play games, there's always one constant.
But
they're all assholes.
I mean, there's assholes, of course, but never before I've met
genuinely dangerous people to this world.
So few. With the amount of time I spent on the internet, I've met hundreds and thousands of people that just hate me.
I get terrified by new social interactions. The idea of talking to someone and have them know nothing about me and then me to say words in their direction it obliterates my psyche sometimes. But Discord, hold on. Yes. I know you got words. I know you're itching to speak. But give me Discord, however, on the server I was talking about, the Gitrog server, right? I would post and ask questions about this deck, and the community was just so welcoming. It made me feel so good about myself.
That's why I believe Discord is the ultimate platform.
Discord is, if any of you normies, which isn't a bad thing, we respect all our normies. Right? If you're a normie and you want to get into the weird culture, you're fucking staring into my soul right here, Zach, across the microphone. If you want to get into the internet culture, I highly recommend Discord as a place to start. Just find something you're interested in, and you will find a Discord on it.
Just Google find a Discord server or something, and there's pages where people advertise their Discord server. Find something you like, join it, talk to the people.
They're welcoming people. They're lovely people.
The only problem really with Discord are the mods. They're not very cool sometimes.
I know. At least on the server I was on, the Gitrog server.
Oh yeah, I mean not in all servers.
Yeah,
in
dude,
general,
the mods over there were homies.
If you were to average them all out,
I guess so. The majority percentage would.
Most of them are creepy and just kind of.
Hello, my lady. Would you like?
They live up the e-girls. There's a lot of. That's the only bad thing. The only complaint I would ever have about Discord is just the invasion of e-girls, e-boys, and how that relates to mods and how mods just fall for them.
Disgusting.
But the thing I want to talk about is.
Yeah, you were itching to speak, man.
Memes on Discord are
tasty, delicious.
Yeah. Never before have I thought I would join a Brazilian Discord server with like 500,000 people.
Just for the memes?
Just for the memes. And
are Brazilian memes good?
They're all in Portuguese, but they're fire. I don't even have to.
You don't even know what the fuck they're saying.
And it's funny.
Popping off.
I laugh and I don't even understand what they are saying.
Oh my god, dude! Sometimes my girlfriend talks to me in Spanish, and she was born in the Dominican Republic, right? She speaks fluent Spanish, but better than English, but also amazing English. Amazing woman. I'm gonna give her a little flex and a shout out here. But anyway, sometimes she speaks to me in Spanish. Or we'll talk in English and she'll forget she's speaking in English, so she'll speak to me in English, and I have no idea what she's saying, but I love listening to her speak in Spanish, dude. It's awesome, and I'm imagining that transferring, but to memes, where you have no idea what the fuck they're saying, but the concept of memes are so universal that it doesn't matter what language they in. If the image looks cool and the words are in the right spot on the page, they're all funny.
I find myself with even the language barrier not being as prevalent on the internet. I'll talk with people that speak entirely different languages on Discord, and I have no problem with it because I can just Google Translate it on my phone, and it is somewhat accurate.
Do you think message boards at some point will have a universal message board where you type into any language and it pops up in your language for everybody else when you see it?
I believe that is kind of...
Is that a thing already? I bet you there's a thing like that already.
I have not personally seen one.
That'd be
I would not
cool.
be surprised.
Dude, it'd be the universal amalgam. Everybody could talk to everybody.
But
it'd be so cluttered, though, too. Yeah, man. Life.
Well, I wanted to talk about on Discord is just the community is amazing, and if you are looking to become, like me, a person of internet culture, or at least I would like to say, even though I still have no clue what I'm talking about, No, I really do. I just say that because there's so much to talk about.
There's so much. It's such a vast.
If you are,
it's a whole other world.
If you're looking to get into that, Discord's a good place to start.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout out. I've said shout out 3 times like I'm some fucking professional. It's disgusting. But if you want to become not a normie and enlighten yourself in the beautiful landscape that is the internet and like riddle and indulge and all these gorgeous internet things and cultures, go to Discord. Go to Reddit. Don't go to the dark web. That's a no place for bad boys and bad girls.
The reason I talk about
and bad non-binaries and whatever you identify as bad people.
The reason I talked about the dark web, is because it's a place you should know about but never go to.
This is a warning zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
never go there.
Anyway, go to Reddit, go to Discord, go to YouTube, go to Twitch, go to all these things. Experience the internet culture.
Be part of the community that does not just sit at the top knowing everything. Be part of the community that lifts up the people so then they can push the envelope of what internet culture is in the future.
Be a part of this beautiful new generation. Zach, I love you. This has been such a fantastic time talking to you. I hope to have you again one day. I hope I hope our conscious timelines cross paths once again.
Yes, it was. I'm very happy being a guest on this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a good time.
Yeah, dude, this was a great conversation. We talked about stupid shit for an hour, almost an hour and a half. I'm surprised we made it that long.
Mm-hmm.
If you are looking to watch this, whatever streaming service you are watching it on, I am on YouTube and Spotify, so it's not hard to find the other. This has been the very first episode of Something About Something. I had a lovely time with Zach right over here, and I hope to see you guys next time. Do listen in. I'm going to try to upload my videos every Sunday, but God knows I just started making content, and I live in a world of crushing capitalism where I have to go to high school and work at an Applebee's. I love Applebee's. I'm so much. I'm legally obligated to say this. But yeah, so, stick around, and I hope that you can join me on this journey, because right now I am in a spiritual birth, and you guys will get to watch all the weird fucking shit I say. Zach, do you have any last words before I stop recording this?
Do not attempt to find my social medias.
Do not attempt to. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys
love
listening.
you too.
Zach, I want this episode to end with us slowly whispering into the microphone closer and closer until I press the stop button.